Hi there, Virgo. Here we go. Um, so about this full moon. So eclipses go back 6 months and go forward 6 months. So you can think back to what's going on in November or maybe what you're planning in the next 6 months, things coming to fruition. And the way I'm looking at this full moon is Sag is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is expansive. It's optimistic. It's benevolent and lucky, and just it's like a big golden retriever puppy. It's just a lot of positive, bouncy, active energy. It puppies like that grow really fast, and they're just so that can be a bit, especially for an earth sign, can be a lot. But it I really see this as expanding things that are positive. And as you expand, I guess what I'm envisioning is think about your center and think about this bubble that's going to expand around you. And the bubble is magic, I guess. So the bubble allows things that are positive that you want to keep in your life and grow to stay within the bubble. But anything negative or anxiety producing or things that aren't serving you, they don't get through this invisible barrier. They just keep getting pushed out by as the bubble expands. Because I think of it as these, I've been saying this like in a science experiment. So if you take a container and you fill it to the very top with water, cap it and pop it in the freezer, as water freezes, it expands and it's going to burst out of that container. So you got to break free from some of the stuff that have been tethering you or holding you down that wasn't serving you in order to be able to expand with this Jupiter Sagittarian energy. You may be making plans to travel. You may be having really interesting philosophical, moral, ethical conversations. You may be researching things. Your spirituality may grow. And that doesn't mean you're into crystals or things like that. This means just getting it right in your head about what's really important and what isn't, and what is worth worrying and spending time thinking about, and what isn't, what's significant and what isn't. Having spilled something on red wine on a white couch on your deathbed is not something you're going to think about. You're going to think about, your loved ones and the quality of time you've spent with them, and you just it's kind of just like a lot of that shit just isn't important, and having more discernment and recognition within yourself about what you're spending your time on it due to what is really, of value. And this is a shift in perspective really shown by this Knight of Swords. So it could be in just one area of your life, but I just see you saying more and more like, you know what, that shit doesn't matter. Like I don't want to, I shouldn't have to deal with it, or at least I'm certainly not going to allow it to take up residence inside me and ruin my day or drag me down or stress me out. I'm going to let that shit go. The Empress. It was funny. I was shuffling cards before I decided which sign to do next, and the Empress came out. And I said, well, I'm going to put it back because I haven't even decided what sign to do yet. And until I do that, I don't want to shuffle the cards. And here she is. So she knew which sign, I guess. Yeah, this is the Empress is a chiller energy. The Emperor is more like, these are the rules. This is how it's going to be. Here's the decision. It's action oriented. Where the Empress, this is Mother Earth. This is organic and nurturing, and she's there, she's supportive, and she may like an example I usually give is if you there's a child and the child is showing talent or an affinity or an interest in something, say drawing, the empress would maybe make sure there are art supplies available, readily available. The emperor would be like, "Oh, you should draw. I'm signing you up for classes. You know, you need to practice piano 5 times a week," and puts a real rigid schedule on the child. But the empress is just like, "Here's a piano. If they want to play, they'll play. If they don't, then they don't." And trusting that each person's journey is their own journey, and they don't get to direct that. That's not up for them to decide. Organic, you could be getting ready to start a garden. Spending a lot of comfortable time at home, kind of allowing yourself to be, not being as stressed if you're not. I know earth signs tend to putter. Is that the right word? Like my Capricorn friend, she never sits down. She rarely sits down. She's usually cleaning, straightening. Like I'll be sitting there talking and the whole time she's doing something. It's just in her nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes that's meditative and, just we can be lost in our thoughts or creativity while just doing busy work. So it's not saying don't do that. But this is, if there's any anxiety around it, like, oh, there's addition to think, there's this is out of place, then that's the sort of stuff like, why are you getting quite so upset about the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll? Like, let's not sweat the small stuff. Sad. So it's just giving you a little bit. It's not going to change your nature, nor do you should, or should you change your nature, because you're wonderful. And we need, good God, we need earth signs to, the earth might stop spinning if you weren't here with the detail things you take care of. But we also need the Sag to keep things positive and moving forward and light and keeping that perspective. Wow. Okay, and I got a 2 of Cups. True love. Wow, 2 Knights coming in. Yep, okay. So strong earth energy coming in here. So you could be deciding so you could just meet someone. You have 2 offers, right? You have this Knight of Swords back here and the Knight of Pentacles. Now the Knight of Swords, this energy, when you meet a sword person, an air sign, so that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, there'll be some fun banter. Maybe you'll eat pancakes. Oh, good Lord. There can be some fun banter. They're smart, they're funny, they're intelligent, they're thoughtful, they're interesting, they're smart, and they could be pretty dynamic, and they may approach you. They may, you know what I mean? They may kind of come in. This Knight of Pentacles energy, this is going to be more subtle. And this person may be more acts of service than telling you things. Oh my God, sorry. A bird just hit my screen. It startled me. Where was I? Yeah, so the Pentacles, this could be someone you know. This could be someone you're friend zoned. So it's not necessarily you friend zone them, but maybe neither of you, or you weren't available. One of you wasn't available, and so it was just kind of like, okay, well, it's just not it's a non-issue because nothing could happen or is going to happen. Or you just didn't see them in that way for some reason. So this person, They may take their time to get the courage to ask you out, or they may have taken so long, and they may have been trying to play it so cool. You may be like, they don't even like me. That not only do I don't think they like me that way, I don't even think they like me in general. Because maybe they're trying so hard to make it seem like they didn't like that, trying to hide that they liked you, that you were like, okay, that person doesn't even like me. Um, they're going to be a little more traditional in that they're not going to push it. They will take things a little slower. I mean, that's all relative. They'll take the time to really get to know you. So it may be a while before there's a let's be boyfriend girlfriend. Let's, not see other people. It'll take them longer to commit, but when they do commit, they feel really good that there's a solid connection there. So they're thoughtful that way, and deliberate and careful that way. But instead of having the honeymoon period all at once, it's like a slow burn, and it continues to build the intimacy and the depth of your relationship, and really getting to know each other is almost so much sweeter. So definitely love coming in for some of you, that's what you're looking for. It could be a deepening of love in a current relationship. And I see you just being super chill. Just being super chill and taking it as it comes, and not getting super worried about things. Again, just kind of having that more spiritual, go with the flow, Zen, maybe even type philosophy about things. And just like letting it go. Okay, well, Virgo, we'll leave it there. Take care.